It's 7 o'clock, so it's time to get started with the meeting. Gene Fetterman's gonna do the roll call. Gene?
5, 6, 7, 8,
Kay Bagby,
9.
can you hear me?
Here.
Okay, Tommy Baggett, I see him. Dan's here. I'm here. Rick Green, I've seen him. William?
William Henry?
Oh, he said he couldn't see me. Should be.
William, we see that you're logged on, but you're muted.
Or he can hear us.
Okay. They should be able to see you. Who can't see? I don't know. We'll move on. Maybe they're gonna try to call him. Who can't see you?
I said they couldn't see us.
Mr. Henry, are you there?
No.
Okay. You're projecting, so you should be good. Yeah, we see you, Miss Bagby.
Not sure about William.
Okay.
Frankfurt, I ended up.
Don, are you still there?
I'm still here.
Got you. William's the only one not clicked in.
Mr. Henry, are you there?
Okay. We see the camera, we don't see your camera. You don't have the camera active. Okay. Okay. He's for activate his camera.
Well, he's gonna have to unmute.
Can you get him mute?
Did he unmute?
No.
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 Mr. Henry, are you there?
Tell him it's in the top right hand corner, if you can hear me.
Yeah, we got you, Mr. Henry.
That completes the roll call. We'll start with the announcements. County Commission meeting May the 18th at 7 o'clock. We have a Board of Zoning and Appeals meeting at May 28th at 6 p.m.
Chairman, well, I add something. There will not be, the rezonings that are on that will not be heard today because we lacked enough time to advertise for the county commission meeting. Be heard.
Okay, so there'll be no Board of Zoning and Appeals
No,
meeting.
Board of Zoning Appeals will meet, but the county commission will not consider any rezonings.
Okay.
They meet.
Comments from citizens, persons wishing to speak for or against any item must sign prior to the meeting. Okay. What I'm gonna do tonight, I'm gonna take the highway department first. We'll get that behind it.
Minutes.
Motion to approve the minutes of the last meeting.
Got you.
All in favor, let me know, saying aye.
Second.
Aye.
Aye.
Yeah.
Aye.
It passed.
Aye.
Everybody said aye.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Anything else I've skipped over, Gene? G, is there anything?
No, sir, you're on.
Shuffling all that paper. Hey, Rick,
Yes.
would you mind holding that down, quit shuffling that paper?
I'm not shuffling anything.
You're not right now, you're not, but you were.
Okay.
I'll move on to the Highway Department Resolution number 20-251-05. Resolution making subdivision roads as part of the official maintenance road list map. Any comments from anybody on that or questions from anybody? Would you like to come up and comment?
So this is just 5 partial pieces of road in the subdivision that we're taking on for the county. It's about 4/10 altogether, I think.
Where's it located at?
It's at West Brooks on 257.
Okay. Did everybody hear that?
I move to approve.
Have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, let me know by saying aye.
Rick does, Jim.
We'll have to do a roll call vote when we vote on these, so we could be recorded back. Who will want to take roll on that?
I'll take that's okay. I'll just first item, but
We're gonna have to go back and do a roll call vote on that. Mr. Fetterman's gonna call your name.
all right. We get the right item.
Unless, now we could do it to where we did one roll call vote and voted all at one.
But got them all at the
We could hear every case in that we got on the agenda tonight and vote one time, if you don't want to have to do all these roll calls. We'll have to have a motion to do that.
Mr. Chairman, this is Danny Borzick. I make a motion that we do one roll call vote at the end of the meeting on all agenda items.
I second. We can just do it. Let's vote on that.
All in favor, let me know by saying aye. All opposed? Motion carries.
That'll save you a lot of roll calls anyway.
More efficient if we kind of group the people have items on the agenda together, do all theirs at one time, so they
Well,
only have to come in at one time.
What I've got here is all of us just got one item
You got right,
to do them first, and then we'll go back and do the ones that's got more than one item.
right.
Next item that I have on the agenda is William and Brock Brewer request to rezone 8.32 acres from HE2 to RP80 for residential development to be located on Frank Abernathy Road. Applicant is represented by Anthony T. Bollinger.
He's got more. Very good. Yeah,
He's got two.
Who's our first one?
Bruce Rainey's got more than one.
Bird surveying.
Yeah, that's Mr. John Pitt. Yeah, John Pitt.
You want to do John Pitt then?
Yes, sir, he's a single. But, no. Pitt.
John Pitt,
So let's go to number 4 in our agenda packet.
yes. Item number on your agenda packet.
He was out there. He was there.
Staff, right update on this.
Okay, well. Yeah,
Take this one, he can tell me.
okay. All right, we'll do, AFJ development. Not a meeting.
Mr. Glover.
What number?
13.
Number 13.
AJ LLC site plan of Westbrook condos located on that road. Representing Harbor Engineering staff.
Again, we're in the plan district, in the, about his T-Dot sign on this not being part of.
We can't hear. It's all static.
It's because we're,
Can you hear us now, Kay?
We'll move closer.
Can you hear us now?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay.
West Windows, I had one question that, they said was answered in the traffic study about whether TDOT was had signed off on this being a separate development from the rest of it.
We haven't submitted it to TDOT yet. We would do that.
Okay.
Approval tonight.
Yeah, okay.
Traffic study showed it didn't.
Well, I know, but TDOT has a magic number of units, and if they consider this as part of that development, they would add it to what's already there. So,
That would, I guess.
Yeah, it'd be-
TDOT.
yeah, it'd be, any approval will be subject to TDOT approval of the access to Highway 257.
Yeah, we'll have to submit for approval for that.
Anybody have any comments on this?
If we vote,
We still can't hear you.
if we vote to approve, we need to do it on the basis that TDOT will approve the access.
Yep, yeah, that's correct.
I make a motion to approve that with TDOT approving their access to 57.
I'll second that.
Okay, we need to vote on that now, wait.
We're gonna do it all at one time.
What's the next item then?
Give me a second.
Well, if Mr. Pitt's not here, I guess we can move, on to Anthony Bollinger and then Bruce Rainey.
If you don't mind, just tell us what number in our packet. So we can-
Okay, we'll start
One
with number one.
All right,
1 and 10. I got them lined up.
1 and 10, all right.
We had X on the floor, don't we?
No, I wouldn't think so. I think you're smart enough.
Item 1 is William and Brock Brewer,
They're requesting to rezone
8.32 acres from AG2 to RP80 for residential development. The property is located on Frank Abernathy Road. Applicant is represented by Mr. T. Bollinger, land surveyors. Staff,
Yes, this is a large acreage tract, and they're rezoning the entire property for two reasons. One is that where they want to locate the new dwelling is going to be in a spot where the lot's only 175 feet wide, not 250. So that's why they're rezoning the 5-acre tract. We might add that this is in the same area that you might get some resistance from that neighborhood out there.
well, where is it's showing here 8.32 acres. Where's the 5-acre tract coming in?
They're gonna cut it into two 5-acre tracts, a 5-acre tract and a 3-acre tract.
Okay,
But the 5-acre tract's not gonna be wide enough for.
all right, okay.
Mr. William Brewer, the owner, well, his son's on it now, but what it is, he built a home there, and his son, Mr. Brewer's getting older, and his son wanted to build out there to be close to him, to help take care of him. So they're trying to fix it where Brock can build out there on it with him.
I move to approve.
I second that.
A motion to approve and I have a second. What's the next item?
10.
10.
You all right, you know?
Give it just a second, we have to skip through these.
I lined them all up in order a while ago when we said we were gonna do it, so. We got next 3 and 11 coming up next.
I can get them to the facility, and just do it all at one time.
This property was, you saw, I guess in February, to be rezoned. It was rezoned by the county commission. And, you'll see it's got lot 1's got a whole bunch of easements across it.
Which one's he on?
Number 10.
Number 10,
Boyd Holland,
yeah. I would like you to do one thing, Todd. You've got an area marked for right-of-way dedication. Move the pins back to that, back of that.
Yeah, I figured you might, I wondered how you would treat it.
Yeah.
Metro, they have not moved the pins, but to show the right-of-way dedication, so go ahead and just move everything back.
Yeah, move that 5 feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna change it where I can see the label a little better.
Yeah, and make sure your client knows when he brings this in to be recorded, he's gonna have to pay that $3,500 fire abatement fee.
Anybody else have any questions on this? Do I have a motion?
I move for approval. Daniel Borthwick.
I have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
I'll second it.
Tommy did.
Second by Mr. Baggett.
Don might have snuck in there, but we can't see Don talking.
Number 11 is next.
Three.
No.
Three.
Three.
Thank you.
That's,
Who's my name?
Mr. Rainey.
Mr. Rainey?
Yep.
How are you, Mr. Ray?
Hi, how are you?
Fine, sir. Item 3.
This is, Mr. Russell requesting to rezone this 5-acre tract to R40. It's up there, although it's technically in a rural area, but the change we made considering the land use plan, this is adjacent to the property that's already zoned R40 and across the road from other properties zoned R40. He's got water out there. In fact, the last development was able to put in fire hydrants out there.
No fire hydrant required on this property then, since the other one's already there.
We don't know. Mr. Rainey will have to show us that all these lots will be within 500 feet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, I talked about that, have to put it in water, of course, we have
Yeah.
water.
Yeah. There's a 12-inch line out there.
12, 16, oh.
So water's not a problem then, I know.
Water is not a problem. I might add that if you remember when Mr. Bradley rezoned that property and did a little subdivision, there was a lady here who kept talking, trying to convince us that water ran uphill. Well, this is part of that farm of hers that they have since cut off and sold in 5-acre tracts. So water may run uphill in this property out here.
Does anybody else have any questions or comments about it? Not, do I have a motion?
I'll move to approve.
Don Langford.
Don Langford.
I think that was Don.
Yeah,
Have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
I'll second. It's William Henry.
William Henry.
William.
Thank you, William.
Thank you, William. What's the next one then?
All right, can you just
Number 11.
Billy Flat subdivision. Mr. Chairman, this is a preliminary plat on what will become one of the private road subdivisions of ours. All this is a preliminary plat, and at some time in the future we'll plat as well as construction plans on the private road.
And the construction plan turned in,
Okay.
Clover is doing
Is
those.
Clover doing it well?
Yeah.
Okay. They'll turn it in from. I think they've turned it in to us yet.
Oh, okay.
But he's requesting, the final plat approval. How are we gonna approve it?
No, this is preliminary plat.
Well, it says final.
Number 11 says final plat.
Well, I think Cheryl
Can we change that?
yeah, change that to preliminary plat.
Preliminary.
Change that to preliminary.
Well, I'm looking at mine, it said request preliminary plat for private road subdivision.
They're looking at their minute sheet.
Oh, okay.
Cheryl made a little typo on that.
Yeah.
Okay. I knew it was saying final here.
Yeah,
That's what I
yeah.
was looking at.
Hey, Rick, you're unmuted.
Anybody have any questions or comments about this?
If I could explain, Mr. Chairman, really all this is that the gentleman bought this farm and he's gonna put his daughter and son up there with him. They're gonna have 3 houses on 30 or 40 acre tracts. But it's rolling and they didn't want to come in off of the road that next to the floodplain. That's why they decided to try to build a little road to serve just those 3 houses.
And that, on that end of the property, he has very limited road frontage.
Yes, sir.
They're gonna have an easement for each house or what?
Actually, way up, you got the plat, they will have ownership up to the new private road.
Yeah.
Each one of them will.
This is one of our private road subdivision developments.
It's just a short cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, real short.
I will move for approval, Mr. Chairman, Daniel Borthwick.
Have a motion to approve. Do I have a second from anybody?
Tommy Baggett has said
I'll second it.
William Henry.
William Henry.
Got one from William.
They got unmute when they want to talk, though.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Bruce.
That's the last one. It's the
We
single.
got Steve Hart's coming up, number
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, I know, but he's got more than one though, right?
Yeah, he's got
2, 6, 8, and 12.
Howdy.
Yeah. Hey, stay back there 6 feet.
I ain't got my tape measure.
Well,
That's imaginary line right there.
I'm gonna stand closer to Danny.
don't bother me.
All right, number 2 is Robert L. Couch Jr. requests to rezone 9.68 acres from AG2 to RP 80 for residential development located on Counts Car Road. Applicant is represented by Steve Arts. Staff.
Mr. Chairman, this is County Commissioner Robert Couch requesting to rezone this property of his. He's preparing for the future. He's getting it ready for not. He has one child that wants to build there now, but he's getting it ready for several future children to build on the property. So that's why he's getting such a big tract of land rezoned to RP 80 on Couts Car Road.
Any problem with water or anything like
He's
that?
got, they have domestic use. They cannot put fire protection. So when Mr. Couch does the second lot, he knows he'll have to do the fire abatement fee.
Okay.
I move to approve.
Have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Mr. Green. Okay, Brother Danny, what's the next one?
Well, I was looking up, number 6, Mr. Chairman. Santee Valley subdivision, lot 3.
Alan B. Hurd, request for plat approval for Lot 3 in Santee Valley located on Baggett Road. Applicants represented by Steve Arts.
Well, this is one of those crazy ones, Mr. Chairman, where the gentleman next door wants to get road frontage in case he wants to produce some division in the future. And this lot 3 had some road frontage to grant him. The only problem is that road frontage is in a recorded subdivision. So in order to keep his, when he puts that with his, to keep him in the green belt, he has to do a subdivision plat incorporating that area into his 70 plus acres. So this is more along the line of a property tax for him to stay in the green belt.
Well, how many? He's just taking this one lot out of what?
He's taking a portion of one lot.
Portion of one lot.
Portion of one lot.
Right.
This is for him to gain additional road frontage, so that in the future he may divide some lots or tracts off, and he needed the road frontage in order to do that, because property right now is only served by an easement.
Yeah, and he wanted that barn. Got that big stable barn right there. Alan wanted that barn too.
Is that the school member?
Wasn't it?
Is this the school board member, Alan Hurd?
Yeah.
Alan Lee.
Anybody out?
Took my place.
Anybody have any questions on this or comments?
Hey,
If not, do I have a motion?
I'll move to approve it.
A motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Yeah, I'll second that one, Ms. Williams.
Okay.
Who's that?
William second, Rick motion.
I heard it, but I couldn't tell for sure.
Well, his little light turns green when he talks.
Can't see it. To see that, that my ear.
Well, I was right, you're right. I'm looking.
Number 7
I'll
next.
keep you straight.
Number 7 next.
Number 7.
Help me.
Warren Wallace requests final plat approval of Warren A. Wallace subdivision located on Harmony Church Road. Happening again is represented by Mr. Hart's staff.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Arts, when doing this, because Mr. Wallace wanted to move some property around, make his lot larger, discovered this was a recorded subdivision, and he's right on the, he's almost in Montgomery County.
Yeah, depending on which map you look at.
Yeah. But we're gonna go with Mr. Arts' map that shows that he is totally in Robertson County.
Where's he pay his taxes at? Robertson County?
Robertson County.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, we had that problem down here in Davidson County. At Dividing Ridge Road one time, you remember that?
That's on Greer Road.
Was it Greer Road?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Those little issues still pop up. But anyway, all he's doing is making the existing lot with the house larger. It is a recorded subdivision lot.
Any questions from anybody on this? Not, do I have a motion?
I move to approve, Mr. Chairman. This is Don Langford.
Okay, I have a motion to approve
Thank
from
you,
Mr.
Don.
Langford. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Great. Eve Helm requests final plat approval of Eve Helm subdivision located on Turnersville Road. Applicant is represented by Steve Arts.
Mr. Chairman, this is a tract of land down on Turnersville Road that was rezoned, a couple of years ago. And they're now just getting around to bringing in the plat to subdivide it into 3 lots. One has an existing dwelling. You'll notice that according to Mr. Arts, it barely encroaches on adjacent piece of property. And that is noted on this. The Helms will be required to post the $3,500 fire abatement fee.
Who owns this adjacent property where the encroachment is?
James Martin.
they actually approached him to see about trying to acquire that.
I don't know. Anything else on it?
That's it.
Any questions from anybody on this? Hearing none, do I have a motion?
I move to approve.
A motion to approve. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Second by
Rick
Mr.
Green.
Green. Be number 12 next. Yep. Item 12. Green Space Partners request final plat approval of Trimble Estates, Section 3, located both on Tom Austin Highway and Cave Springs Road. Applicant again is represented by Steve Arts. Staff.
Mr. Chairman, if you'll remember this was also rezoned a couple of years ago, and we've seen two sections of this previously on Cave Springs and old Highway 431. I guess now everything's worked out on the water service on 431, new 431.
Well, and that, yeah, the reason that got held up was TDOT had to do a redesign on the highway, and that period of time kind of threw back everything on the water design, but now apparently everything's been worked out, so.
Anything else?
No. Of course, they will have to bond or the fire hydrants that are shown on this. And on lot 13, unless they remove that existing building, they will have to have variances on it, because that's I know you marked, they were gonna remove the old house there, but.
That biggest building, it's a pretty nice shop building,
Yeah.
and I'm not sure what Bobby wants to try to do with it. But yes, if they leave it, they'll have to ask for a variance.
Yeah.
Anybody have any questions on this parcel? Hearing none, do I have a motion?
I move to approve.
Have a motion to approve, and
I'll second it,
I have a second.
Chairman and Secretary. Danny Boy.
That's all that we have on the agenda.
I think so.
You got to have a vote on that.
Steve, we have coached that rezoning won't be heard in May.
Yes, if it's all right.
Did we ever hear number 4? No.
Why not?
He's not here, is he?
So are we gonna move this to?
It's due.
We'll, I don't know what happened, Mr. Pitt.
The door has to be locked.
Thank y'all.
He may have showed up and couldn't get in after I'm up here, but I didn't see anybody in the parking lot anytime I walked out. I mean, it's,
Chairman,
It's
do
not-
you need a motion to refer this to the next meeting, or does it automatically roll to the next meeting?
We can automatically roll it to the next meeting. And it's not gonna hold him up because it's
Exactly,
not gonna be held, it's
right.
not gonna be heard till June anyway.
Right. Now we need to take a roll call vote for items 1 through whatever, minus number 4.
Well,
Correct?
six.
Well, number 9 is also withdrawn.
Yeah, we had, this was originally our April agenda.
Okay.
And in the meantime, item 5 got taken care of. Item 9, Mr. Hollingsworth, who's selling his company, decided, the company purchasing the oil company decided the whole track road than just the site that the market was on. And Mr. Braccio, wanted some more time to do some more work on his to get it done.
Okay. Well, I'll make the motion that we approve number 4, everything but 4, 5, and 9.
4, 5, 9, and 14.
4, 5, 9, and 14. That's my motion.
Have a motion to approve
For a roll call vote.
for a roll call vote. Everything on the agenda except 4, 5, 9, and 14.
That is correct.
All in favor of
Well, I'll
approval?
need a second on that. And then,
I will second
I'll
that.
second it.
and we'll need Mr. Jean to roll call.
Which
Can they see
items that
us?
we're voting on? Let's make sure we
Oh,
got it
the ones,
right.
the ones,
We're not.
the three that got. that
Number
you can see,
5,
you can
we're
see
not
us.
voting on. 4, 5.
The one
9,
that can see us, I said, the
and
three
14.
that we can see.
Bit confused about why are we not voting on some of them?
9 and 14.
I know about 9.
Yeah, 5, 9, and 14 is withdrawn. And then Mr. Pitt didn't have representation.
I was gonna put it all active ones.
Okay.
You got the members there, haven't you?
Thought he was gonna do the
You
roll.
gonna do the roll call?
Don't him get caught up.
Okay.
Go ahead.
We're gonna do the roll call now on all items except those that had no action on them or the representative was not here on 9. Hey, Bagby,
I vote yes on all active items.
Tommy Baggett,
Yes.
Danny Borthy,
Aye.
Gene Fetterman, yes. Rick Green,
Yes.
William Henry,
Yes.
Keith Hoover,
Yes.
Bill Jones,
Yes.
Don Langford.
Yes.
Good job.
Motion passes. Is there any other business we need to bring up? Doug?
I just want to give a big shout out to all of you for being willing to do this and to Chet for facilitating and setting it up. I hope this may be the last time we'll have to do this, but we know we can, and I appreciate every one of you that joined this meeting remotely.
Good job, everybody, on that end.
Don't leave, we're gonna have to adjourn here in a minute.
I make a motion, we adjourn, Mr. Chairman.
Have a
I
motion.
second.
Second by Mr. Green.
Come in there, Ricky.
All in favor, let me know, saying aye.
Aye.
That's adjourned then.
Can we move that people on video get half paid? We get the rest.
No!
Hey, I didn't think.
Yeah, right.
This was
Next thing you'll be
hard.
wanting hazard pay.